Jupiter: A Journey into Insignificance. Imagine a world so vast that our entire planet is nothing but a speck, a grain of sand in its atmosphere. Welcome to Jupiter, the gas giant, the fifth planet from the Sun. It looms in the cold, dark reaches of our solar system, an enormous sentinel of storms, swirling clouds, and unfathomable forces. Here, the very laws of reality seem to shift as this colossal world reminds us of just how fragile, small, and fleeting we really are. Jupiter's surface, or lack thereof. Jupiter is not like Earth. It doesn't have a solid surface to stand on. Instead, as you descend into its shi- Instead, as you descend into its gaseous atmosphere, it thickens, crushing and pooling into an endless abyss. There is no landing, no hard ground. Below the swirling storms and vibrant clouds lies a dense, crushing ocean of metallic hydrogen, a state of matter we can barely comprehend. Here, the laws of physics that govern our existence are irrelevant. The deeper you go, the more meaningless the concept of survival becomes. The pressure would crush any vessel long before it reached anything remotely resembling a core. The failed star. Jupiter is a failed star, a giant that had the potential to light up the sky, but instead it remains dormant, cold and eerie. Its immense mass, about 318 times that of Earth, was almost enough to trigger nuclear fusion, the process that ignites stars. But it failed, and so Jupiter exists as a planet, a silent testament to what might have been. Why did Jupiter fail to become a star? To achieve fusion, it needs more mass. If Jupiter had just been 75 times more massive, its core would have ignited, burning bright in the night sky. Instead, it remains dark and dormant, a gas giant doomed to drift without the glory of the stars it was meant to join. The size and density, the Colossus. Size and density, the Colossus. To grasp the scale of Jupiter is to lose yourself in numbers that boggle the mind. Its diameter is more than 11 times that of Earth, stretching more than 143,000 kilometers, or 88,846 miles, from one side to the other. Yet, for all its mass, it is still mostly gas. Its density is a mere god dang it. Restart sentence. Yet, for all its mass, it is still mostly gas. Its density, a mere 133 grams per cubic centimeter. It's only slightly denser than water. But don't let that fool you. Beneath its seemingly lightweight makeup is a world of an unimaginable force. Gravity here is more than 2.5 times that of Earth. If you could stand on its surface, you'd be crushed under your own weight, your bones snapping like twigs. Jupiter is a world of eternal storms, churning clouds of ammonia and water that rage across its vast expanse. The Great Red Spot, its most famous storm, is a centuries-old tempest larger than Earth itself. Imagine standing on the surface of a planet, watching a storm so massive it could swallow your entire world without a trace. Its winds scream at speeds exceeding 430 kilometers per hour, or 267 miles per hour. And yet, from the distance of space, it seems serene, peaceful even, a cruel illusion. Across Jupiter's atmosphere, other storms rage, some with winds reaching 620 kilometers per hour, nearly 385 miles per hour. These storms don't simply tear apart land masses like those on Earth, they shape entire sections of the planet. Their swirling patterns visible from millions of kilometers away. If Earth's most violent hurricanes seem terrifying, they are but a gentle breeze compared to the violence Jupiter's atmosphere endures daily. A speck in the void. To understand Jupiter is to realize how insignificant we are. Earth, in comparison to Jupiter, is but a marble floating in its vastness of space. If you could place 1,300 Earths inside Jupiter, they would disappear into its depths, swallowed whole by this cosmic titan. And yet, even Jupiter itself is dwarfed by the stars. Compared to the Sun, it is merely 1/10 of the size. The vast scale of the universe stretches out endlessly from here, reminding us that everything we know is but a fraction of the cosmos. What happens to a human on Jupiter? What would happen to a human approaching this behemoth? Jupiter's magnetic field is 20,000 times stronger than Earth's. It traps massive amounts of radiation. Within minutes, a human would be exposed to lethal doses, their cells breaking down from the inside. If they somehow survive this radiation, the pressure and heat would finish them. Descending into Jupiter is a death sentence, a journey into a crushing, boiling hell. Temperatures near the core soar to tens of thousands of degrees, while the pressure becomes so great it would compress the strongest metals into oblivion. No spacecraft, no technology we have could survive such conditions. To venture into Jupiter is to meet the end of the most crushing and violent way imaginable. In its depths, where pressures soar and temperatures rise, time loses meaning. The only certainty is oblivion, the cold truth of our place. Jupiter is a monument to the scale and power of the universe, a reminder that Earth is just a tiny speck of rock circling a small, insignificant star in an infinite void. We are small, and our existence, for all our achievements and triumphs, is fleeting. When we gaze upon Jupiter, we are staring into a world that could swallow us whole without a second thought, a planet that reminds us of our fragility or smallness. It is a cosmic colossus, and its storms, its swirling clouds, and its unimaginable depths. It whispers a single, terrifying truth. In the grand scheme of the universe, we are nothing.